smash bang in the middle of the British Isles. A village at the very heart of North Wales. We were once integral on the road from London to Ireland, with a history that dates back to the Middle Ages. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Mochdre. A place of work and a place of play. And this show is built by the people who live here, for the people who live here, so we can show the world what it's all about. So if you want to share your news and views, if you have a special skill or talent that you want to share, or you want to tell us your stories of Mochdre past and present, or if you just want to kick back and watch the fun unfold, get involved. 1 p.m. every Sunday. Pigtown Theatre's Facebook Live. Like, subscribe, share, and let's get the world to follow Mochdre. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome once again to Follow Mochdre, the show for Mochdre, about Mochdre, from the people of Mochdre. It's been hot this week. Too hot for the likes of me. Factor 50 all the way. But today, we got a show for you. We got Psychotic, we got Bendigedig, we have got people from all over Mochdre been getting in touch. We've got another Minecraft. We have got It's a Mochdre Thing, which is a brand new feature where we're going to have people that have got talent showing their talent off. We've got a great interview with one of the elders of the village, David Hughes, who's a wonderful guy. And we've got, of course, the inaugural kickoff. So sit back, take it in, have some fun. I hope you're all well. Keep it real, keep it cool, and keep it Mochdre. Boom. Ooh, Psychotic. The cleaner. If you need the place cleaning, he's your man.
Charlie, we've got a pesky seagull in here for him.
I copy that. I'm on my way. Woo! Damn! I mean, come on, guys. I've heard a lot in my time, but like a seagull protecting his young, I mean, how hard can that be? I mean, how dangerous can that actually be? Come on. I mean, come on. Seriously. Let's try it. Come on. Come on. Protecting his young. Come on. Come on. Come down. Right. God. Wait. God damn it. Oh, God damn it. I'm not hanging around. God damn it. Seriously, you put up with this all the time? Yeesh. Midtown Mochdre, right here. Mochdre. I am the Mochdre. That's what I'm talking. Keeping the hood clean. Now, we've had a lot of reports about fly tipping again. What is this about? let's get it sorted. If you see someone fly tipping in Mochdre or anywhere else, report it. Get in touch with ERF, get them to shift it. It's the only way forward. Up next, something quite funny, I think you'll agree. One of the best competitions of all time. Yes, it's the inaugural kickoff. Yes, and welcome to this week's kickoff. And our first contender this season is Jenny Roberts. She's a local legend, lived in the village for 50 years. Her favourite spot is the bowling green, which she overlooks. Oh, it's a good start from Jenny. The crowd right behind her here. How's it going? Oh, and the ball's just trickled off. I mean, to reiterate the rules, ladies and gentlemen, for kickoff, what each contestant has to do is get one kick of the ball as close as they can to the goal line. It's quite far away, but never mind. Jenny, a wonderful contender. Oh, just happy to be alive. Look at her. Well done, Jenny. Yes, well done, Jenny. Off for another G&T. So Jenny Roberts tops our leaderboard this week at 3.89 metres. Could be a winning score. Who knows? Join us next time for some more Kickoff. What an absolute winner, and what a lovely person too. Next up, we have the first ever It's a Mochdre thing with somebody who can actually do a cartwheel with a ball. Amy Harding, get in. How's it going? It's Pigtown Man here again with Mochdre Minecraft. I hope you're all good and well in the hood. We're about to go live. We're doing this again. We've had a lot of requests this week for things in Mochdre, in Minecraft. So here we go. Hold on to your hats. Mochdre, here we go. Let's just look. Oh, where are we here? What have I got in my hand? What is that? I don't know what that is. Hang on. Oh, maybe I need a weapon. Hold on a minute. Yeah. Let's get some in. Let's get some in there. Sword. Don't need that. Put that back in there. Okay. All right. Here we go. What have I got in my hand? Nether sword. Okay. Mimi Pangok has been playing this for me, and she's been doing a great job, guys. Making lots of new stuff in Mochdre here. Here we go. Look. Oh, what's this? What is this? This is a new thing here, right here. Look at this. There's a fire. There's like something cooking. Let's see what's happening here. What's happening right in here? Let me have a look. This is Hungries. Yeah, or Hungries. There's an H missing, but never mind. In we go. No we don't. In we go. Yay! Look, lots more going on here, guys. This is kind of fun. This is now Hungries, which is one of our takeaway places here in Mochdre. They've got kebabs, they've got burgers, fries, fish. Look at the rice, little things back here, things to cook with and stuff cooking up. end of the pub, and we got the old coach house, and the roof on there. We got the garage, and look, we even got the pit in the garage. Isn't that cool? In Braid's garage, and there's the stream that goes around, all around here. So we'll make some more of the stream, and we got the smithy, and we got Audrey's house, and we got everyone's house on 10 Raft Street. We got everyone's house to put in here. So get in touch. Let us know what you want, where your house is, and we'll put it in for next week. That's what we do. It's looking cool now, people. Look at the bus stuff. Man, the bus stuff is cooking up and hungry, too. Okay, guys. It's been a great, exciting time again. I really hope you can come and catch us next week. And we'll look forward to seeing you then. Get in your requests. Put in your comments, your requests. Get them in. Hello, croeso and welcome to this week's bendigedig.com with me, your host, Bendigedig. That's not me, that's Morris. He's a cat. So, the taste of Mochdre this week comes from Tatos Trading, and I've made myself a lovely tomato salad, complete with basil and oregano from my garden. I tell you what, ladies and gentlemen, you need to get yourself down to Mochdre Business Park to Tatos Trading. Open most days, Friday mornings are best. Now these particular tomatoes were born and raised in Lancashire. Yes, what a wonderful, wonderful taste. Bendigedig indeed. 4 types of tomatoes I have on this plate, and you can find many different more varieties down at Tatos Trading. Look at that. Red and green. It's like a Welsh flag. Ew. So, Tatos have been trading for many, many years in Mochdre. You can find them on a Saturday afternoon, or Saturday morning in fact, in Llangefni. You can also find them down on the Mochdre Business Estate. They supply many people with their deliveries, and of course, I tell you what, there's no better veg around here. They're sourced from all over the world, the vegetables from here, there and everywhere, all across Europe. Indeed. Well, ladies and gentlemen, you can't go far wrong with a plate of Tommy's, some British rapeseed oil, a crack of black pepper and salt, and a touch of herbs from the garden. Look at that. Summer on a plate. Summer on a plate. Ew. Chwarae teg. Chwarae teg.
Ben.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, that's Bendigedig, checking out the tastes of Mochdre every week, just for you. And now, we're going to go down to the local pub, the Mountain View, for this week's news. Yes, it's the news from the View.
Hello, and welcome to the news from the View. Jane has got a new lawnmower and a sideboard that costs £50. And the new swings are arriving at the play park. And Nige is on 2 weeks lockdown. And Jay's knee is still swollen.
sadly, we come to the end of this week's show. I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope you've learned something about Mochdre. And if you want to get in touch, please do get in touch with us at info@pigtowntheatre.co.uk. And we're here to listen. And if you want anything broadcasting, if you're news or views or anything you want to discuss, please get in touch. We'd love to hear from you. That's all from me for now. But here's an interview with the lovely David Hughes that I did earlier this week. Fascinating stuff about the history of Mochdre and environs. Enjoy, have a great week, and we'll see you next Sunday.
I came to Mochdre in 1962.
When you were married?
Yeah, when I got married, I met Sheila 61, the end of 61, and then we got married in 62. Mm-hmm. Well, her dad died, and they lived up the next to the end house up Chapel Street. And they didn't like living there on their own, so I went to move in, and I'd got a job in J.K. Smith then, and then her mum says, I don't know why you two don't get married, and because you're living here, so that's what we did.
Brilliant.
Yeah, so it's 1962.
And that was when you started working at J.K.?
Yeah, in 1962, yeah.
And what was your role there? What kind of job did you do?
I was a turner.
Yeah?
I used to do turning, milling, and whatever they wanted,
Steel? Or?
Oh, yeah, mainly aluminium.
Okay.
Mainly aluminium it was, we did there, yeah, mainly aluminium. But they made oil bits for the North Sea. And then they made saws. You see them cutting the road up saws.
Yeah, yeah.
We made those,
saws.
yeah. Okay. Diamond tip saws, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
And they made all kinds of stuff like that. We used to make saws to go to Italy for the cutting the marble.
Oh, yeah.
6 foot diameter saws we've made.
No way.
Yeah, for cutting marble.
No way.
Yeah.
That's huge.
6 foot diameter saws. From little ones about that big to up to 6 foot.
Great.
And now you can buy those diamond tip cutters from Sturmat cheaper than what they could buy the saws, the blades then when they were doing it. And I mean the quality of them is good. Nothing wrong with the quality of them.
No.
No, I've used them. I bought them and used them.
Yeah. That's incredible, isn't it?
Yeah.
And the amount of people that went into that. Where was the steel coming from? Where was the aluminium coming from?
They had a wholesaler. He came from Liverpool way.
Okay.
And they got most of their aluminium from the wholesaler.
Yeah. Okay. And oil parts as well for the North Sea oil rigs. Was it cutting? Was it for?
Yeah, for cutting. They were all
drilling.
Steel.
For drilling.
Yeah. They were about this high. They were.
Right.
And about that diameter.
God.
Yeah. And sometimes, if they were really desperate, we've known them to fly a helicopter from Manchester Airport to pick it up, and then take it to Manchester Airport, and then fly it then to Glasgow.
God.
That's when they were desperate.
My God.
They wanted it the next day, so a helicopter came and picked it up, took it to Manchester Airport.
God.
From out there, they flew it then to Glasgow.
And I heard on the grapevine that you did a bit of work for Rolls-Royce.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We used to make wheels for Rolls-Royce. Yeah, we used to make different types of things, and they used to make a dime tip shaping tool.
Yeah.
In the grinding.
Yeah.
And they used to, as the grinding wheel went around and ground the material, whatever they were grinding, as it came around, this would reshape it again. The diamond, it was all diamonds, and that would reshape the whole thing. So every time it went around, it was perfect shape.
Brilliant.
And Rolls-Royce we used to make a lot of those for Rolls-Royce, and they used to grind their engine parts with them.
Right.
But every time it ground it was ground pure, so it was a perfect shape every time it went around.
There was no mould mark or...
There was nothing, and it was a perfect shape every time.
Wow.
And they used to set them. They used to have girls setting them. They used to make the round disc.
Yeah.
With all the holes in, all dips in.
God.
Wherever they wanted the diamonds, and then the girls used to
set them in.
And then they used to put them in a big bath.
Uh-huh.
And that used to coat everything. They made all kinds of stuff like that.
That's incredible. That is incredible.
But they were a good company, you know, in its time.
Oh, yeah. Well, I used to speak to John a lot, you know, and him, you know.
John was very good, yeah. I mean, John landed up, didn't he? Making his pile, didn't he, John?
Yeah,
I mean, he did all right, John, I think.
Yeah. But he went out to America as well, didn't he?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you know, I was talking to him about Chicago and the factories out there. He'd spent a bit of time, like training them and.
Yeah, they used to send us. My foreman, he went out there, and then we had the Japanese over for 3 months.
Right.
And they were taking over. They were going to start making all the stuff, you know.
Right.
And that was 3 months. They came over, Japanese, because we had a man there who worked with us. He'd been in a prison war camp, Japanese.
Really?
And as soon as they walked in, he walked out. He said, "I'm not staying in this." He wouldn't stay because he knew what they'd done, hadn't he? He'd been in the prison war camp during the war. He'd been there. And you know what? For 3 months, you know what? Every Friday, his money was put through his letterbox. Every Friday.
Yeah.
They
kept paying him.
Oh yeah.
Oh. Of course.
Sorry, you was here all day. You
no, but
got better things to do, I'm sure.
Yeah. No. Incredible. So the Light Opera Society, 50 years.
Yep.
So when was that in the 60s as well?
That was another thing I started in 1962 as well.
Right, it's a big year for you, that, wasn't it?
Yeah, some friends of my mother-in-law, Joe Taylor. He was the musical director for them, and he rang us up one day and said, "Can you come and give us a hand? We want somebody. We want to make scenery." So I went over there to the place and started making scenery. And Sheila, my wife Sheila, she sort of joined in and made the tea. You know, when it was tea time, she did that. So, and then a few weeks ago, it went on, and then one man dropped out, and we were doing a sabre drill, and we had to have an even number.
Right.
So he said to me, he said, "Dave, come and stand in for a couple of hours for me, will you?" And that was it. Nobody else ever came, so I landed up in the chorus then, didn't I? I wasn't a great singer, but I landed up in the chorus. But you don't have to be a great singer to be in a chorus.
Well, there's a lot of chorus members that would
yeah.
rattle their sabre at you about that.
But it was what we did this. He was in the. He'd been in the Grenadier Guards.
Okay.
So he knew the sabre drills, didn't he? And it was a French sabre drill he'd rigged up. You know?
Okay, brilliant.
Yeah. So that's how I got landed, and they couldn't get rid of me after that.
Brilliant.
I didn't go in all the shows. It was just the shows. If they wanted me, I'd go in, you know. Or, but I used to make the scenery, and I'd work backstage, and I used to like working backstage. I love it. The first one I ever did was called Belinda Fair, and then we did Oklahoma. We did Carousel, My Fair Lady, King and I.
Wow. And Oklahoma was new back then, wasn't it?
It was fairly new back then, yes, because the committee then says, "Oh, that's a modern show. We don't do modern shows," you know, and it was really then. But and then our producer who came in, he was a producer. He came from Llandudno originally. He produced shows for the musical players in Llandudno.
That was the Arcadia. Were they playing at? Were they? The Arcadia Theatre. Was that where they were? Or the Grand, I suppose, was it?
No, they did. They used the Grand, didn't they?
Yeah, it was the old
Grand.
No,
they didn't use the Grand. They used the Palladium.
The Palladium.
The one on Mochdre Street.
Yes.
That's where they did the. That's where the pub is now, isn't it? The Palladium.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's where they went.
Right.
They did the shows there because that still had all the dressing rooms and everything, didn't they?
Right. Yeah. Brilliant.
Because there was loads of cinemas then, wasn't there?
And what was the opera site? What was it called when you started in '62 in Colwyn Bay? What was it called?
Colwyn Bay Light Opera.
Colwyn Bay Light Opera.
Yeah. Then we had another society who was called the Operatic Society.
Okay.
They tended to do. They did more of the very old ones. They did G&S as well, Gilbert and Sullivan.
Oh, yeah. Proper stuff.
I like Gilbert. People say, "Oh, Gilbert Sullivan." I think it's good.
Yeah,
You
it's
listen to
great
the words;
stuff.
it's funny.
Oh, it's beautiful.
It's hilarious, Yeah.
What was your favourite? Do you think? What was your favourite production?
I think for fun, for chorus work, Oklahoma was the chorus work in Oklahoma is brilliant. Oh yes. Oh, it's brilliant, Oklahoma. And we did Carousel and The Merry Widow. Music, the Merry Widow was nice.
Oh yeah.
You won't know all these, will you?
Yeah, I know more. You'd be surprised. You'd be surprised. And how long did you rehearse?
We used to start in September,
Mm-hmm.
and then would rehearse once a week until about February,
Mm-hmm.
and then we'd rehearse twice or sometimes 3 times a week if we were needed, and then we used to put it on quite often round about Easter time.
Right.
Perhaps a week before Easter or just after Easter, but it was round about Easter time we put the shows on.
Good houses?
Then we used to fill them.
Really?
Oh yes, I mean then you didn't have telly then, did you? And we used to fill them. Oh, every for years we used to fill the whole place. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yes, it was no problem. It was television that killed it in the end.
Mm.
Yeah.
Wow, incredible. And that was the Prince of Wales then, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. Yes. Yeah, it was the Prince of Wales then. Yeah. Well, it was my job. It was supposed to kept me. I could walk to work, couldn't I? You know, it was only down the road. I only walked to work, and then my mother-in-law then moved to when they built the bungalows down here.
Mm-hmm.
She moved down there, and we stayed then. And then we stayed up there then, and lived up there. Yeah.
Do you remember anything about the floods? The big floods?
Oh, the floods! Yeah, I nearly lost my car in the floods. I went. I came out of the house. There was something wrong. I went to my car to get my toolbox out of the boot, and as I opened the boot, all I could see was this wall of water coming round the corner. So I leapt in my car, started it, and next door I had a drive, so I drove it up their drive. And the water actually, it was coming fast. It actually came over the front of the bonnet. And then all the rest of the cars that were parked all disappeared down the lane. That was terrible, that. And then all the cottages were flooded, weren't they? And the garage was flooded, of course, and the shop was the hairdressers. There was a hairdressers then at Swan Buildings.
Yeah.
That was all flooded. And half of Mochdre, I think. A lot of Mochdre was flooded, wasn't it? Yeah.
It was. Do you remember the carnivals? Mochdre.
Yeah, we went to. Yeah, they didn't run all that long after, because they had the last carnival they had. They said that they had a queue from Mochdre right through to the other side of the lights in Llanfairpwllgwyn. It was solid. God. And they wouldn't give permission. The chief constable would give permission, you see, but they wouldn't give permission after that. It was because of course the new road wasn't there then, was it?
No.
But he wouldn't give permission. But they told me that the queue was solid all the way through.
Wow. Incredible.
Yeah. Because everybody was going home, making their way home, you see, weren't they? And of course that was the main road.
Yeah.
And of course the carnival went up from where Smith's was then.
Yeah.
They used to go to the rugby field, didn't they?
Yeah.
To the cricket field, and then it went up all around the council estate, right to the top, and then around again and back down the main road.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
do you know what? It might sound stupid, but you don't want to miss. We had a gorgeous park in Mochdre and tennis courts.
Really?
Yeah. Where the bungalows are, across the way to the view.
Yeah.
That used to be tennis courts, and I think I missed that. I thought that was nice, that.
Yeah.
And a lot of people used to go there, and if it was a nice afternoon, they'd go and sit in the park, and you could watch them playing tennis, and it was. And then all of a sudden they closed it, and then they built bungalows on it.
Yeah. That's what they do. Incredible.
Oh yeah.
Do you remember the smithy here?
Oh yes, yeah. I've still got something in my garden that Smithy made.
Really?
Yeah. Well, we moved we moved temporary to the cottages further up.
Yeah.
Well, the end one, that end, not
Yeah.
this end, that end. We moved in there for about 3 or 4 months.
Right.
But then, no hot water, just a cold tap, outside toilet. It was really great. It was brilliant, wasn't it? And we lived in that for a few months, and the landing, it had all cracked. All the wood had cracked, and I wanted a bar, and I came down to the smithy and said, "Look, is there any chance of me doing this bar?" And he came in and had a look. "I'll do something for you," and he made all this scroll for it. And when the people who did all the alterations, they were throwing it out. I walked up the lane and there it was on the skip.
Oh no!
And I said, "You can't throw that away. The local smithy made that." So I've got it in my garden.
Ah, brilliant.
Yeah.
A bit like me in my pier. There. See the ironwork there behind you?
Yeah.
That's the Colwyn Bay Pier. I dug it out of the sea. See the scroll work there?
This? Yeah.
That on the right there, look.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
But right behind your head there. See
Oh,
that's
this?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's the pier.
That's the Colwyn Bay Pier. I dug that out of the sea.
It's a shame to lose things like
It
that.
went,
isn't
didn't it? It just collapsed.
I thought that was a shame that the pier went.
Yeah.
I think that was a crying shame that they let the pier go. Oh, we used to have some dances there. We used to go dancing on Friday and Saturday night to the pier.
Really?
And then on Sunday afternoon they'd have a dance band at night, and then Sunday afternoon they'd come out and they'd have tea out, and they'd have an orchestra then playing on a Sunday afternoon.
Oh, mad you.
Oh, it was great. Yeah, we had some great times.
God, yeah.
Everybody watches telly now.
They do. A shame.
Yeah.
Well, that concludes our interview, I think.
Oh no! Now you're not going to use it, are you?
Of
Oh
course.
God, no!
That was absolutely.
I thought you didn't switch it on, did you?
Of course I did.
Oh,
How old are you, Dave?
I'm 83.
83.
Yeah.
What year were you born?
37.
1937.
Yeah.
That's a big year, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Where were you born?
Llandudno Junction.
Llandudno Junction.
Yeah. So I haven't moved far. Do you know? If you go through the junction,
Yeah.
have you noticed they have a laundrette?
Yes.
You know where the laundrette is?
Yeah.
Well, I was born in the flat above there, and it was a grocer's then. It was a general grocer's then, and it was Jackson's. And the Jackson's, he had the, he grew a lot of his own stuff by Glanconwy Corner. The lane that where you go over the railway bridge.
Yes.
And then there's a lane going down.
Yes.
Well, he used to go along there, and he had his. He had all his greenhouses there and that, and he used to grow a lot of his own veg and stuff there. Yeah, and then, but that was a greengrocer's then. Jackson's, yeah. Anyway,
David, thank you so much.
it's a pleasure.
Brilliant.
Load of rubbish, I've told you. But
No, brilliant.
edit it, won't you? Really
Oh,
well.
I'll edit the bejesus out of it.
Really.